What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukishu. We are back with another umamusume video. Hope y'all had a good weekend. In this video, we are gonna go over the Halloween banner that was released last night. And funny thing is, I was gonna record at the usual time that I normally do for the Monday video. And as you guys can see, I do have a Callstone Light training just there waiting for me to finish. So that was supposed to be for the video. Once I started, the training, I did the intro and all that, did the whole Discord thing, and it hit me while I was talking. I just the usual, just talking about whatever in the beginning. And I was like, I just checked the news prior to recording. I think they said the new banner was releasing tonight. So I did, I think, another turn or two while I went to go check the news. And I saw that it was last night. So I was like, I guess I'll just end the video or just end the recording because it's not going to be Monday's video. So there's that. Another funny thing is I totally mistimed the CM finals. So there was 2 times I claimed my rewards. One time I had 1,500, my rewards, my gifts. I had 1,500, and the other time I had like 920, so it was like a mix of something. So I don't know what placement I've got, because I do remember you still get a placement. I just don't know what placement if you don't do it. But I think it was either between second or third, maybe, because I think first place gets a little over 1,500. So I think it may have been second or third. I'm not too sure. I don't even know how much you get at second place. So if anything, I could have gotten third place. Yeah, I completely forgot because when I remembered, it was literally a minute before. But in my head at that time was, oh, it's starting in a minute, so let me go get ready. Literally, when I went to the CM page, it was counting down from 5, 4, and I was like, wait, is it about to finish? Quickly hit record just so I can see if they'll let me at least get in the race after clicking it. And I went click it, but then it kicked me out, and I'm like, oh no. So I don't have the race at all. I don't know what happened there, so I guess it is what it is. But the plan for this video, if it wasn't obvious, we're going to be going over the Halloween banner, the event missions, and that's pretty much it. And then the comments right after. So with that being said, before we get started with the video, with the banner and the event missions and all of that, if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join a circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel on our Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, why don't we get started with the Halloween banner? I believe it's Hishiaka Bono. Yeah, Hishiaka Bono and Marvelous Sunday. So I believe this is the first alt skin for Hishiaka Bono. Yeah, it is. So a lot of characters that were released after Hishiaka Bono and Marvelous Sunday got their alts before them. What, did Marvelous Sunday get an alt before? No. Halloween is their first one as well. But they did give us a short distance in Hishiaka Bono, which I feel like they did that on purpose for the upcoming CM. while Marvelous Sunday is more of a, I feel like if you just like her, then pull for a type of deal. So she does medium distance, if I'm not mistaken. But here we are, Ishi Akabono at level 1, 3-star, 91 speed, 59 stamina, 113 power, 101 guts, and 86 wise. At level 5, 5-star, 111 speed, 72 stamina, 138 power, 123 guts, and 106 wise. Her aptitude is A on turf, but she does have an F on dirt. And if you want to take your chance, make sure you get your inheritance. Purely focus on dirt. Short distance, can't do mild distance for sure. And the same thing with dirt. If you want to, well, there's medium distance as well. If you really wanted to. Well, I mean, Eugen did use, right? Didn't you use Ishiakabono in long distance Eugen? I remember that. At least I remember hearing about it. Or reading about it, however you want to say it. But and she is a leader, but you can use her as a runner or betweener. As for her growth rate, she has 30% on her power growth rate. Now going over her skills, we have Sugar Parade begins. If you are in a good position somewhere in the middle of the race, your speed will increase for a short time. In a sprint or mile race, your speed will increase dramatically for a short time. I like unique skills like this where even though they have a B in mile distance, they still include it. Or at least in their other distance. For example, they have a in medium distance but a B in long distance, or an A in mild distance and a B in medium distance. And they still add it regardless. I like those better. Like this one, in a sprint or mile race, your speed will increase dramatically for a short time. So you have a benefit of using her in one of her other distances at the very least. So that's why I like it. You are in a good position. So yeah, basically just use her for short distance or mild distance race, and you get the better effect. Seems just like a pretty standard unique skill. If you're in a good position in the middle of the race, speed will increase. Seems like you're just a pretty typical unique skill. Nothing too great, nothing too bad about it. For the innate skills, we have Exciting Ride, slight increase in speed mid-race for short and mild distance. Then we have Heart Pounding or Pounding Chest. For short mild distance, during the first half of the final leg, your speed will slightly increase. And then we have Head-to-Head for leaders. During the first half of the final leg, if you're in the first half of the pack, your acceleration will slightly increase. Going over her awakening skills, at level 2 we have leader straights, slightly increased speed on straights for leaders. Level 3 we have Don't Blink, speed increases in the middle of the race for short mild distance. Level 4 we have a good track condition, your power stat is increased by 40 in races with firm or good track condition. And then level 5, we have fierce competition for leaders. During the first half of the final leg, if you're in the first half of the pack, your acceleration will increase. Now going over the evolved skills, we have Don't Blink into Beckoning Sugar Lantern. Speed increases dramatically in the middle of the race for sprint or short distance, mile distance. For the conditions, have at least 800 power for condition 1. Condition 2, get at least 2 skills for short or 2 skills for mile distance. And that is pretty much it for Beckoning Sugar Lantern. And then lastly, we have Fierce Competition. And to fill up with Pumpkin Power. Being in the front at the beginning and end of a race increases your acceleration. And in short distance or mile distance races, this increases dramatically. So as long as you're in the front, you've been in the front of the race or the front of the pack in the beginning and the end of the race, it increases your acceleration. So does that mean this activates towards the end of the race? That would make sense just based off being in the front at the beginning and end of the race. It would make sense at least the final straight. Very least, like the latest maybe. Interesting. Interesting. And that is pretty much it for Ishi Akebono. The next one we'll be going over is Marvelous Sunday. And at level 1 3-star, we have 93 speed, 96 stamina, 95 power, 78 guts, 88 wise. At level 5 5-star, 114 speed, 117 guts, 116 power, 96 guts, and 107 on wise. You know, I just realized something after going over all these banners all these years. I know I go over the level 5 5-star, but I'm here like it's gonna take probably not even the whole lifespan of Pretty Derby for me to 5-star a lot of the Umas I've had since the beginning. Unless they're the standard, but yeah, like my Kitas, they're definitely not gonna get 5-starred unless I somehow keep getting deuce to them and all that. But anyways, did I go over 114 speed, 117 stamina, 116 power, 196 guts, and 107 wise for her aptitudes. Turf, A and Turf, F and Dirt, pretty much the same as what I said with Ishi Akebono. If you really want to, just make sure you focus on Dirt Inheritance. For her distance, best is medium distance, but you can use it for mile and long distance. And for her position, I believe she's best as a betweener, but you can use her as a chaser or a leader. And her growth rate is 16% stamina, 7% on power and guts. For her unique skill, going over the skills now, we have Cheers Wonder Doll. If you are in the middle of the pack at the final corner of the final stretch, and there is a horse girl nearby, your speed will increase in the final straight, and if you are in top form, you will move slightly ahead. As in, trying to understand what they mean by top form. Like, she's happy, like the arrows up. I don't know. I don't think we've really seen like these top forms or whatever, but it's a little confusing, so I don't know. I don't really know how to judge it, if I'm being honest. It's a little confusing. So we'll just go over the innate skills and not think about it too much. Shouldn't be something too hard or too complicated, if I'm going to be honest, at least. I'm just not too familiar with the wording. I don't think I've ever used, if there was another Uma that has a unique skill that has that, if you are in top form. Like I said, I'm not too sure. Not too sure, but innate skills ignition for medium distance. If you've activated at least 13 skills in a race, you will get a slight speed boost. Slipstream. If another girl has been right in front of you for at least 3 seconds, your speed will slightly increase. And genius skin. If your wisdom is high enough, your wisdom will increase slightly. How high? I'm honestly not too sure, and it's for medium long distance. For the awakening skills at level 2, we have Tooth and Nail. If you try to overtake someone in the second half of the race, your speed will slightly increase for leader betweeners. Level 3, we have Luminescence for medium distance. If you've activated at least 13 skills in a race, you will get a speed boost. Level 4, Big Fan. If there are at least 3 other girls near you, are after the first 5 seconds of the race, your speed will slightly increase. And Kirinji, if Wise is high enough, Wise and speed will increase for medium long distance. And then for the evolved skills, we have Luminescence. And it goes into Hirameki Dolly's stage in races over 2,000 meters. If you activate the skill 13 times during the race, you will move forward. If the weather is clear, you will move forward very quickly. For betweeners, for the conditions, trigger the Awaken Your Healing Marvelous Sport or Spot Tour training event, or have at least 800 power. And then condition 2, have at least 600 stamina. And then lastly, we have Kirinji. And it goes into its show Bella time. If Wise is high enough, Wise and speed will increase. And if the field conditions are good, they will increase dramatically. So a lot of these are like condition based. Like if the weather is clear, you'll get the bonus effect. If the field conditions are good, so you would need a clear, good condition. What else? Clear, good condition, top form. I think that's it to activate all these skills. That's crazy. And in races over 2,000, so they have to at least be medium distance, very least. So this is like a lot of her skills are condition based, and having, well, for the most part, the conditions, the weather normally would be clear. Only like once in a while they'll do like a heavy rain one or a snow one during the winter. But yeah, the one thing I can say about Marvelous Sunday, as we end off going over her stuff, is I don't like how a lot of her things are conditional, like the normal. Like it has extra conditions like the weather and all that, pretty much. So out of the two, I guess Hishiaka Bono, because hers is much more simple. And she even gets it for mild distance, and she has mild distance as a B. But you don't see a lot in unique skills when they give off like a bonus effect or a special effect or added effect, however you want to say it. But here we are. Let's go take a quick look at the support cards. So this is a Fuji Kaseki Guts card. And just looking at it, it looks like it's a leader guts card, because there's a lot of general skills but also some mild skills. But for the most part, you can use it for just a leader. So I Guess if you're in the market for a leader guts card, I guess. But we just got stay gold, so if you got stay gold, there's no point in pulling for this Fujikiseki. No point at all. And then over here we have an Aishin Flash speed card, and that's quite interesting because we just got a Admire Groove speed card, and they're both betweeners. We already know that Admire Groove is more of a betweener medium distance or betweener speed card. So let's see what so this Aishin Flash also seems like it's a speed card for betweeners, but the difference, I believe, is this is more general. Just looking at the skills, it's more general. So I guess the difference between this one and Admire Groove is that this Aishin Flash one is a general betweener card, speed betweener card, just from the looks of it. So I guess if you want a general betweener card and use betweeners a lot, oh, I guess there you go. Oh, I guess there you go. Kind of sucks. They literally just gave us betweener medium distance for speed, but now they gave us a betweener general. To each their own. So like I said, Fujikiseki, leader guts, leader mile guts. I don't think it's necessary if you have stay gold. And then Aishin Flash, betweener speed, general, from, I hope I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure it's for general. Oh, I guess we should go over the oops. The event one real quick. Real quick. We'll just take a quick look at it. A quicker look at it. So Tosin Jordan power. I just want to see what's good for betweener medium. Want a little bit more detail, but betweener. That's all. That's all, if I'm being honest. Event missions, dailies, log in, complete training 1, train your Uma and win a race. Play team arena, complete all event daily missions. Pretty simple. This one, as always, complete all event limited missions. And as always, I'm just gonna go with the total amount rather than the every mission, because it'll just be redundant. It's just something I say all the time. So complete training 12 times, win 60 races in training, win 40 G1 races in training, get a cumulative fan count of over 2 million, play team arena 40 times, get a cumulative score of 3 million or more in team arena, and you get 3rd place or top 3 in the Takamatsu no Miya Kinen, Sprinter Stakes, Takarazuka Kinen, Mile Championships, Spring Empress Cup, Arima Kinen, and the Osaka Cup. And that is all. And that is all. Final thoughts? If you like Hishiaka Bono or you need a short mile distance, there you go. And Marvelous Sunday, although she has different conditions to activate her unique and her 2 evolve skills. What was it? Clear weather, medium distance or higher, because it says 2,000 meters or longer. Good condition, top form, whatever that may be. So unless you don't care and you just like Marvelous Sunday, then totally fine with me. totally fine with me. It's like what I say all the time. Go for the Umas you want. Or the characters you want. And with that being said, that is pretty much it. As for me, I'm alright with the banners. If I did really want a card, it would be the Betweener speed card, obviously, because it's general, so I could use it for whenever I use Betweeners, because I do end up using a Betweener every here and then, especially long distance. Sometimes medium distance, if I do use Stellan Love, which I did try, but mine wasn't good enough. Yeah. That would probably be it, and if I were to pick for the Umas, well, if I had to pick at least one, I'd probably just go with Hishiaka Bono just to give me more options for short distance and or mile distance. That's pretty much it, because although these are two Umas who are, well, I guess if I were to say it, I like Marvelous Sunday more than Hishiaka Bono. It's just for my account. Hishiaka Bono would probably be more useful because there are a lot more medium distance, long distance, heck, mile distance Umas I can use over that Marvelous Sunday, so it is what it is. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for the main part of the video. So now we'll be going over the comments. So if you guys do want to stick around for the comments, feel free to do so. If not, totally understand. But if you guys do want me to go over your comments in the future, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And in the next video, I'll make sure to try to go over all the comments. Normally I do, because I always double check, sometimes triple check to see if I had gone over all the comments. And yeah, if I do miss it, I'll most likely, if I did miss it, I'll probably most likely go over it in the next video. But just to make sure, if you do end up commenting on a video that's like already like even a week, couple days, I most likely will go over it in the most recent one. So if you want to hear the response, you would have to go in the most recent video after you commented. It depends on the time, because you know my recording times, but regardless, you guys, I'll try to go over your comments, but just know it will almost likely be on the most recent videos. So like, do we have any comments from a different video? Yeah, like this Eugen comment, it's from day 2, round 2 of the CM. I'll most likely go over it. Same thing with the Tanoki. Oh wait, no, this one I already did. So yeah, the Eugen comment I'll go over after. It's like a weird mix here. YouTube is like mixing it up, because I see comments that I've gone over from the last video. But then in between it, I see comments from the last video, so it's kind of just jumbled up. But I'll make sure I'll go over all the comments So for the comments, first comments we'll be going over is going to be from Nova, and it begins the dreaded CM. Short CM. No. Well, I'm not going to worry this much now since I'm going to California. Yep, just enjoy your time out in California. I mean, like you just said for the weekend, right? But you also said that you were going to work on Monday, but you also have a flight on Monday. Good luck with that, I guess. Had a debate with a rando about the 50-50 system since he said that he thinks the 50-50 gacha model is outdated and outright a scam. I'm like, nah fam, 50-50 is still relatively fresh. The 200 pity with no carryover pity, now that's outdated and a scam. Ironically, I play both Uma and Blue Archive, who both have 200 hard pity without 50-50. If the content isn't appealing at all, then yeah, I'd quit Uma and Blue Archive already for good. Yeah, I'd say the 50-50 system is still relatively new. Because, honestly, the 50-50 thing didn't really pop off until, like, what, Genshin? Pretty much? Then everybody, no one really started adopting it until pretty much in Genshin, because obviously Star Rail did it, and all these other games are now have done it, so it's just the normal, pretty much. I mean, for the longest, Dokkan didn't even have a pity system. Nor did they have a pity. I still don't know how many pulls in Dokkan until they're quote-unquote pity, where you can get something out of the increased rates, I believe. Still not too sure. It still doesn't feel like there's pity regardless. All I know is it's just like there's a pity shop. You can get currency, and then you can get characters from the past if they're added into the shop. Yeah, but yeah, the 200 pity with no carryover is it's harsh when you go like, say you go 150 in Uma, but you already got what you want. Let's say you already got the Uma you want, but you have 50 left. But you don't have the 50, or you don't want to do the next 50, so it's kind of like it's just a waste of pity. Pretty much is a waste of pity. It's the same with Eminence, no carryover. Same thing with Dolphin Wave. I mean, it's pretty much the same as Uma, where it's 1500, so the pity's the same. 200, if you reach 200, 30k for one pity. Except I believe the rates in Pretty Derby feels better. I will say that. Inoki responded saying, power creep speed is the only thing that matters. Arguing about pity styles and carryover is fighting about which stick is thicker, when an entire tree trunk is swinging right in front of them, or right at them. Like, speed card? That's the only thing that matters? Are we just talking about Uma here? Or just, oh no, the speed of the power creep, I believe, is what you're talking about. Yeah, I guess. For me, I don't normally notice, not really notice, but notice is not the right word. I don't really, I was gonna say pay attention and not care for, but I guess around those lines. I don't normally care about it when it comes to it in all these games. Whether it's Wuwa, Zenless, Star Rail, Genshin, or any other games. Power creep doesn't necessarily bother me because it could be a character that I don't care about and I don't want to pull for, so... Well... Oh well, I'm not gonna be those type of people who's like, oh, I can't clear content because I don't have the new character that's the new shiny toy. Like I said in the past, I can still clear content with older characters. Is it a little bit harder? Yeah, but it's still doable. But it's still doable. Rashawn responded saying, yeah, the 50-50 system is less outdated. This 200 no carryover might as well be torture for those people who try to get everything. Yeah, pretty much the 50-50 system started when Uma started. I say that because the release dates between Genshin and Uma is not that far. Like just a couple months apart, so... Yeah, and Uma still went with the 200 no carryover. Because that was, I guess you could say, the one of the last games that went with the 200 no carryover, I guess. Because like I said, I think when Genshin started, the whole 50-50 system, I could be wrong that Genshin didn't start it, but based off the games I've played and from what I've seen, it seems like Genshin started it. So, I could be wrong. But yeah, that was pretty much, what, 5 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? So yeah. Nova responded to Noki says, gotcha gonna gotcha. Yup. And Nova responded to Rashawn saying, this is why I hoard an Uma. Not getting to pity and having all your rocks spent, that's a feeling nobody wants. It's happened to me many times in the first 2 years, pretty much. In the first 2 years, pretty much. And then lastly from Nova. Nova did say he would have less comments because of the wedding. Although, I don't know if he said it was just for the weekend. I do remember, I just assumed it was for the weekend because he said he had a flight on Monday. I'm assuming, you know. The last comment from Nova, and it says, Valentine Machan, I guess will be the ace for me. I'm thinking about Durandal. I want to use her, but the cards, man. Well, your cards should technically be fine. Can you either your Almond Eye speed, just use the general gold skills, or you still in love because it's between or chaser. And then if you want to use if you want to use a stamina card, well, you have Air Shakur. If you want 2 speed, because I believe that's what you've been doing, well, then Almond Eye, still in love. Then Tamamo Power, Stay Gold Guts, and Rudolph. Wise, no? Doesn't she have a isn't she general as well? You're fine. You're fine. You think about it too much. You think about it too much. You have cards. You definitely have the cards. You just don't have short distance cards, or maybe even chasers compared to like your betweener cards. Betweener and I guess a leader. But you do have a setup. You do have a setup. Regardless, for chasers, if we're just specifically talking about Durandal. Machan, I believe she's a runner, right? Is she a runner? Yes. She is a runner. Valentine Machan? Yeah, she's a runner. I mean, even it should be the same for runners. Although I don't know if you have another speed card. I guess you could technically use Duramente still, but that's up to you. Other than that, thank you, Nova, for the comments, and Tanoki Rashan for responding or replying to one of them. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is going to be from Rick. Short is next, huh? I guess I should train my short Umas again to try to get better scores, but I'm lazy. I guess time will tell if I do train my Umas for the next event. I think all of us don't really feel like training for short. But it is what it is. Nova says I'm gonna get wrecked so hard. Rick responds saying, "Stop the cap. I'm not talking about a Guri." And Nova just puts a single tear emoji. Eugen responds saying, "I agree. Nothing changes, just like the usual." I mean, it's true. It's like in his last comment, he says about the cards, even though he technically still has cards to use, even though if he doesn't have the more runner chaser specific cards. And then Rashan responded to Nova saying rage bait used to be believable. With Nova, he does try to bait people, but it's kind of obvious. Just like his trolls, they're obvious, and he's like, "Yeah, I trolled you," but I'm like, "But what I said is an obvious troll." And then they're like, "Still trolled him." And he's here like, "But the cards," I'm like, "What about it? You're still in a better position than I am." But thank you, Rick, for the comments, and Nova, Eugen, and Rashan for replying. Next comment is from Eugen. "I see sports Bakushin, me envy." Thank you, Eugen, for the comment. I guess you keep on being jealous, I guess, since you're gonna keep mentioning it. Sure. Next comment is from Kazuki. "The next scenario is almost here. The name is Paradise Yukoma Onsen Village, and the theme would be dirt and focus on short mile." Dirt theme? Hold on. Where the heck did you get information on that? They didn't have the Pocket Live for it already, no? I don't think they had the Pocket Live for it already. Let me see. That is okay over here. Oh. It's not a lot of information, but yeah, I don't really get anything out of this. Unless there was more information on the stream or whatever. But I don't really get anything out of just the announcement in the news. Unless I'm missing one, but nothing else mentions a scenario. Focus on dirt. They would have to start releasing way more dirt Umas, because there's just like short, there's still like a select few. Focus on short mile theme dirt. I would want, since it's 4 months, I would want at least a 2-2 split, 2 dirt, 2 turf. Races each. And if it's short mile, obviously one of each as well. Yeah, one of each. One short mile turf, one short mile dirt. That sounds about right. Second half of October, yes. That is normally the case. New scenarios, anniversaries, whether it's half anniversary or the actual anniversary, it's normally in the second half of the month. Normally around the 24th, normally. Oh, I'm not sure. It just feels like it's normally around the 24th. Can't wait. Dirt Uma's gonna be cooking here. Well, if only I had been getting more Dirt Umas, but I haven't. It's just too perfect to start off with the upcoming League of Heroes Dirt Mile in October. That's in November. Then we just talked about the short distance being next for like the past month. That's it. That's in November. They're just giving us a short distance turf for October, right before the scenario change. But thank you, Kazuki, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And the next comments, last comments, are going to be from Rashawn. I kind of like training short because you can ignore stamina. I'll probably use the Randall Bakushin +1. Don't have much options, but should be alright. There's always options. You just gotta make sure you get the inheritance up. I got smoked in Group B finals, 3rd place as expected, but I made it to finals at least, so free rewards obtained. And then this is the first of it. I noticed the random lag spikes. Kind of odd. This was actually the first video. That was actually the first video I actually noticed random lag spikes. Like, normally I do notice like a little game lag. It's kind of normal. But when I notice it on OBS, when it's on both the camera and the game, that's where I'm like, huh. Kind of odd. I don't think I noticed it for this video, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Then let me go check for any other comments. Is there comments in this video? The shield defensive video there's one from Nova. Wow, Shushu showing off the seed meta. Meanwhile, poor me using Miyabi and Evelyn. It's the shield defense. It's not that hard. If you get your team built. Or your characters built properly. Just to make sure Eugen isn't catching a stray, because I know how bad his characters need a fix up. A lot of them. He knows I know. He knows I know. And I'm not really showing off the seed meta. I mean, they're pretty much showed off the team that I've been using in the seed event when they were throwing the trial teams. Astra, Seed, and Soldier, Zero, Anby. What I did find out thanks to that event was I could use the new Bang Boo because it's for Defense Force characters. And Soldier Zero Anby is Defense Force, but also Silver Squad. And Seed is Defense Force for Obo Squad. So it makes me wonder, at the same time, since there's still Silver Squad, he's literally the only Silver Squad, unless they're gonna somehow come up with more Silver Squads in the future. At least one more, maybe? I don't know. Thank you, Nova, for the comment. Let me see if there's any more before I end the video. Rashawn does have comments in the day 2 video. Well, haven't finished the vid, but I'll leave a comment regardless. Thank you. And forgot to say, but I did in fact not get seeds, so what time, I suppose. RIP. Oh yeah, because Orphe is out, or has been out for a while now. Not pulling. Sorry, Nova. Okay, so this is weird, because Eugen has the same comment, but for both the day 1 and day 2 round 2 videos. It's like he just copy and pasted both that comment, both comments on the video, but it says Noise, we got 1 win. See you on Group A 3rd place final. True? True? And I think that's it. I think. Let me make sure. Yes, that is it. So, with that being said, guys, thank you, Nova, Rick, Eugen, Kazuki, Rashawn, Tanoki for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And for the continuing support, appreciate us as always as well. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how your weekend went, what you guys did, if you guys did anything special or anything different than the normal, or I guess if nothing happened, if you did anything in your games. I guess oh, I forgot to mention, I did catch up over the weekend, but I guess I'll mention that in tomorrow's video with 1 or 2 games, but I'll mention it tomorrow since I'm ending off the video here. But if there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quests for those who haven't joined the circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.